June 21st, 2023. Journal entry number 5. Okay, this story is just too perfect to not share. And yes, here we go. It's a Montauk story. I think I kind of touched base on this a few stories ago, but here's a brief little recap. Nick is 7 years older than me. Nick and I met in Montauk because our dads worked for the same company, and the company would rent out a motel for the families of the workers for an extended weekend. The last weekend of September, to be specific. So you get there Thursday afternoon, all happy and ready, and then leave Sunday morning trying your hardest not to cry because you don't want to leave to know about. Well, at least I would always cry because I didn't want to leave. I admit it, tears bring strength. Nick and I met that Thursday evening of the first time our dad's company rented out the motel that first year. Firsts. I saw Nick through my family's room window. Blurry eyes all over again. Lost my spot. Oh no, journaling is hard. Okay, I saw Nick through my family's room's window, skateboarding in the parking lot closer to Old Montauk Highway. He was just doing little tricks and such. He was by himself, and he was really fit and had awesome swoopy hair like me at the time, and had these insanely awesome eyes, and I don't know, I was just infatuated with him. Like, platonically infatuated, I guess, at the time. And if that's even a phrase or whatever, like, he just looked awesome. So I took my skateboard off the deck and simply had to ride down to him in the parking lot and play skate with him or something. Skate is the skating equivalent to basketball's horse, S-K-A-T-E versus H-O-R-S-E, by the way. I get down there with this big grin on my dumb face because I was so excited to meet this cool new dude, and Nick had this confused look on his face, like, why the hell is this kid bothering me? True story. He didn't verbally say that. Well, it just felt like it. If looks could talk and such. We briefly introduced ourselves, realized our dads worked together, played a few games of skate, and just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed for like a solid hour. We wound up sitting in the grass talking about movies and shows or whatever, and then we decided to head down to the beach since the sun was setting and it looked pretty cool. It wasn't until we got to the shore that Nick and I discussed me being 7 years younger than him, and he was in total disbelief. It was funny. We both swore that we were roughly the same age. It just felt so natural to be hanging out together that day, and then, forevermore. And you shut your gore mouth, Nicholas, as you read this. Of course, you're busting a gut from laughing at my take on our sappy origin story, but we're adorable, so get over it. Gore. Ha ha. Getting back on track here. That night, my brother and Nick's sisters and a lot of the other co-workers' kids all got together with glow sticks, and we decided to play manhunt. Even the manager of the motel, who lives there year-round, his awesome son decided to play manhunt with us too. We wound up doing a youngin' versus biggin' game, and after 3 rounds of hiding and running for dear life, we all called it quits. It was such a great game, hiding on the upper deck of some rooms and throwing the glow sticks in the bushes down below was one of our best distraction strategies ever. We all pretty much stayed as one big group for the rest of the weekend. Mainly the biggins, but some of the cool youngins too stayed around us. After we ate our steak dinner cookout on the lawn and ate popcorn from the random popcorn machine the workers brought along, we all started to go off and play our own games or whatever. So Nick and I started to skateboard again in the same lower parking lot where we met before. The motel was on a hill and had a top parking lot, middle, and lower. Pool in the middle-ish, 2 smallish fields to play on, a lot of rooms, gorgeous view of the Atlantic Ocean. At one point in the night, one of the youngins asked to use my skateboard. I was like, okay, just don't break it. They promised they wouldn't, laughed, ran up the driveway to the top parking lot, sat the board down, sat on the board, and then soared right on down and crash landed into the bushes, separating the lower parking lot from the road. It was seriously, there we go, so cool to watch. And I hadn't done that in a while, and so everyone wanted to go riding down the hill on the skateboard. Nick offered up his to use as well, and one by one, everyone was soaring down the nice and smooth blacktop. My turn came up, I sat on the board, began to roll perfectly fine, no wobbles or anything, and then all of a sudden, an effing stick falls down from the heavens in front of me. I hit it and wound up literally flying off the board for half a second, smacked the pavement, and wound up tumbling the rest of the way down. Nick bolted right over to me to see if I was okay, and I truly felt fine. I think it was because all of the adrenaline was coursing through my veins and the fact that we were all laughing at my misfortune, like the good little humans we were. I honestly didn't notice any battle wounds until I got up and Nick was helping me pick gravel and grass out of my hair and clothes. Yo, bro, Nick said, wide-eyed, when he saw my right side. You're bleeding. Sure enough, my right flank was all cut up from the pavement, and I was missing chunks of skin from my left pinky, ring, and middle fingers. Again, didn't feel a thing, but Nick insisted on bandaging me up. We went up to his family's room as the kids kept riding our boards. He gingerly cleaned me up, bandaged my wounds, and it was weird. Like, I had never felt safer in my entire life up until that moment. I didn't know what was going on with my mind as I let him be so personal and involved. Like, I really liked this one girl at school, and at that point I didn't really crush on guys, but it didn't feel like I was crushing on this new and amazing person I just met. But I did like him. But, like, I liked him more than myself. More than my family, more than pizza. I had no idea what was happening to me. I just felt so safe. I felt secure, and it was all because of this dumb butt-faced named Nicholas Michael Taylor. So, that night, Nick and I stayed in his room on his and his sister's bed watching the Halloween baking competitions on some food channel. And it was like 11:30 p.m. when his family all came in to sleep. Nick walked me back to my room with his hand on my shoulder, making sure I was all right. Good night, doofus. He smirked and then hugged me. Beach tomorrow morning? I laughed. Hells yeah. That night's sleep was great. Until 3 a.m. when I woke up and ran to the bathroom. Turns out I got food poisoning from dinner, exploding from both ends. It was magical. I still feel so bad for my parents who had to figure out how to get throw up out of the bathtub at such a dumb hour of the morning on a family vacation-esque trip. Of course, there are many more Montauk stories and many, many more Nick stories, but I thought it'd be appropriate to share the story of one of the most painful and greatest days of my entire life. Nick's always had me. He's always looked out for me. There have been times where we drifted apart briefly, but we always wound up back together. Not together, since we were never dating romantically, technically, but I don't know. I've always gone to him when I needed him for help, for advice, and vice versa. He's always been my greatest hug, and his shoulders is the perfect one to cry on. Platonically in love? I guess. Is that even a thing? I mean, yeah, I know I'm describing him as if I'm in love, and technically I guess that's true from a non-dating perspective. Ugh, why is this so complicated to explain? Maybe this is a precursor to romance? Ha! Wouldn't that be funny? Diversion. Here's more haikus Nick forced me to do recently, and I saved them as a note on my phone to add to these glorious tales and poems the next time I sat down to write. Yeah. 101. Say his name 3 times, a ghost who gets rid of ghosts, Beatles, and some juice. 102. He should be alive. Yo, junk out for Harambe. Don't shoot gorillas. 103. Dorothy from Kansas, what a stupid character. Shut the F up, witch. 104. Penis and penis, vagina and vagina, penis, vagina. 105. Checkerboard tie. Checkerboarded tie. There we go. Black and white shirt with some shapes. Yes to fashion sense. 106. Heck of a Christmas. Heck of a family spat. Heck of a good time. 107. Chocolate waterfall. Edible candy plant things. Effing rich kid poops. 108. Fish outgrow a bowl. Fish need a big adventure. Fish are friends and food. 109. Vampires, werewolves? Well, what are we fighting here? Each have their own strengths. 110. An ocean away. We never got a real chance. I only loved you. 111. Emerald City. A city of emeralds. Ojo the Lucky. 112. Bubble wrap me up. At those effing airbag gores. Bubble butted bup. 113. Tripping mad hard balls. Let the bodies hit the floor. What was in those drinks? 114, Galaxy print pants. Jogger shorts are truly great. Grow the F up, Jim. 115, Springity Sproing. I think hate bobbleheads. They're way too fragile. 116, tomato sauces. Spaghetti and some meatballs. Turkey balls, not beef. 117, F that effing gore, effing burnt the marshmallows, effing weak butt witch. 118, Yo Spinosaurus, Hararosaurus, Dino, Albertosaurus. 119, muffins or bagels? Which is the better pastry, croissants or biscuits? 120, girl lying poops, Halloween is way better, Christmas is for jerks. 121, beards can be tricky, short growing means big itches, F this effing crap. 122, chewing ice is fun, but my teeth are sensitive, so there goes that fun. 123, pineapple pizza, pizza with all the toppings, kill that witch with meat. 124, cookies and some milk, cookies and cream and chocolate. Sugar high? Yes, please. 125, throw that frisbee, bro, but don't throw it at my face. F you, Chad, you gore.